ഹായ് ഗൈസ്, ഞാനിപ്പോൾ ക്രൂസ് ഷിപ്പിൽ കയറാൻ പോവാണ് ചിക്കാഗോയുടെ റിവർ വാക്കിലൂടെ. അപ്പോൾ ടിക്കറ്റ് എടുത്തിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ടിക്കറ്റിൻ്റെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ഇപ്പം പറയാം. $58.54 പെർ പേഴ്സൺ ആണ്. ഒരാൾക്ക് 58.54. 9:15 PM നമ്മൾ കയറുന്നത്. വാവ്, അടിപൊളി തന്നെയാണ്. അതാണ് ക്രൂസ് ഷിപ്പ് ഗൈസ്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്കിതിൻ്റെ കാഴ്ചകൾ ആസ്വദിക്കാം. വാവ് മാൻസ്, oh my god, this is superb. ആണ് ക്രൂസ് ഷിപ്പിൻ്റെത്. കിട്ടില്ല തന്നെയല്ലേ. നമ്മുടെ സീറ്റിലിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ യാത്ര തുടങ്ങും.
Evening Star is the United States Coast Guard inspected vessel. In the unlikely event of an emergency, she is fully equipped and her crew is fully prepared. Inside the bench seats located.
The story of our city. It is architecture that wants to connect to other architecture. A site-specific building, contextualism. A lot of different ways to do this style. It shows up in the early 80s and is still used in a lot of different ways today. So we're going to see more contextualism later. We'll get to that. Let's move right along. We got this big black box coming up on the right. That's the AMA Plaza, 1973, designed by Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. Mies van der Rohe is known as the father of American modernism. This is modernism. He built over 40 buildings in our city. They all look pretty much like this. Black boxes, yes indeed. We've got a lot of them. We're going to talk about more modernism later. I'm going to mention a little bit more about Mies van der Rohe. It's pretty important. We got a lot of modernist structures. But we're moving right along. We got some beautiful corn cobs coming up on the right. These gorgeous cobs of corn. These two circular towers. These are the Marina City Towers, finished in 1968, and they are designed by Bertrand Goldberg. Really interesting architect. I want to talk a little bit about the 60s, though. So 60s. Goldberg is on the forefront of doing that. He's making residential towers in the cities. Your laundromat, your daycare, your movie theater, your ice skating rink, your bowling alley, your bar, your boat, your restaurant, everything you need to live a full Chicago life. A city within a city, it is Marina City. You can think of it that way because it really was. I mean, it was a neighborhood starter. So he was trying to convince you to live here and is also trying to get you to love it by providing everything you need right where you are. You can go right from your bar to your restaurant to your gym to your boat and have a very weird and interesting Chicago day. It has 3 parts to it. It's a solid base. It has soaring columns and a triangular cap that's called a pediment up there. 3 parts, tripartite design. Tripartite designs come from classical architecture, everybody. We're talking the Greeks. Now this is not a boring old Parthenon. It's a building. The grandfather of this section of the river. Been here a long time, had a lot of lives on the river as well. Nowadays it has many offices and restaurants. It has a wedding reception right now. It also has Encyclopedia Britannica's headquarters. It's been an encyclopedia building. It's been here a long time. It's had a lot of purposes. All right, how about we take a little break for our city? We're going to go underneath a lot of bridges. They are actually Chicago-style bridges. A Chicago-style bridge, like this one, is a double-leaf trunnion bascule bridge. Double leaf means that it opens up in the middle, like so. Oh yeah, acting. Thank you so much. That's the whole tour. 37 movable bridge. Yeah, we call that certifiably large. What is going on right now? This is Art on the Mart. Art on the Mart is the world's largest permanent projected art show. There's an art show on the side of the Mart every single night. We're watching part of it. It's a free art show. You can come back and watch it whenever you want. You got to watch it hanging on the river walk over there on the left-hand side. After the sun dips down, so the Chicago River meet up and have a drink. We've been on the main branch so far. The north branch goes to our right, the south to our left. We will be exploring all 3 on our tour. Our first time through this area, if you look up and around you, you'll see that a lot of these buildings are kind of, well, they're very new. It's like a big pencil stuck in the ground up there. And this one with the arch at the bottom directly in front of us, this big shiny Hot Pocket. 2 glass buildings, both 2017. The Hot Pocket joke hit tonight. I do actually like to point that out. Wolf Point is a pretty new area. It's a gorgeous part of the river, which is kind of funny to me that we haven't used it like this in a long time. But generally speaking, the reason why is because along the north and south branch, for most of our history, industry is polluting the river pretty indiscriminately. The river is gross. We need to be around, smell bad, look bad, all those things. They've only been directly cleaning up the river in the last 40, 50 years, which is why in the last decade there's an expansion. So I do like you to notice this because it's a beautiful area, but it's also showing you exactly what we are trying to do as we go into the next chapter of our story. We are trying to create, more important than anything else to our story in many ways. But we are heading up the North Branch, so coming up the left-hand side, we got a big peach rectangle on the side of the river. Everybody look in awe at the oldest building on our tour. Ooh, 1898, pre-1900s. This is Fulton House. Now, Fulton House didn't always look like this. Meat packing district in Chicago for a long time. Something called the Union Stockyard on the south side. They would store meat in giant freezers for a long time. But the meatpacking district died out in the 70s, so they converted this old freezer into apartments in 1981. And that's great. Up here on the left-hand side, do we see these cute little triangular buildings here? These are the River Cottages, 1989. They are our best example of postmodernism. Black boxes. Here's what I think about this. Modernism. The boxes all look the same because there's a lot of rules. Buddy, nice little view down to the city center here in a second on our left, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I love seeing the city light. Talk a little bit more about contemporary buildings, though. New buildings. Coming up on the right, we got a couple of them. I mentioned them before. One with the really skinny base and with the arch at the bottom. Both built in 2017. They are a style of architecture I would call contemporary, which means they don't have a style. They're very new. I do actually like to mention this because when we talk about styles, aren't really thinking about that. They're not naming styles. They're not trying to adhere to styles. It is later that architects look back and categorize buildings so that we can talk about them. So new buildings are, they're contemporary. We'll maybe get a different name later on. This building with the really skinny base is very fun to look at. 150 North Riverside has about a 40-foot wide base to the structure. That's just like a little bit wider than the... In fact, the only way they can make a building here. They have two problems in this location. For one, there are Metro and Amtrak train lines that run down to the land on our right-hand side. They pass directly beneath the back side of that building. So they couldn't put any foundation down there. It would ruin